Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on just some DC news overall. Actually, it's all DCU. It's all DCU, so DCU news. So while there isn't like this, like, I don't know, what would you call it, like avalanche of sorts of official news from Warner Brothers or DC Comics coming out in regards to what's happening with the DCU going forward, which was to be expected considering there isn't anything new in production DC-wise outside of James Gunn's Superman. Not Superman Legacy. That's that's in the past. We've moved past that. It's now just officially Superman coming out in July 2025, and that started filming over the past week. It's only like a few days into filming. Now there is some reports for certain things, as well as some stuff from people associated with a couple of different projects that are worth going over and discussing, and just overall highlighting, I guess. But there's nothing official, like it's coming from Variety or anything like that. But we do have a decent amount of stuff here. About half of it is to do with Superman. No, I was about to say Superman Legacy again. Superman, not Legacy, just Superman. I'm still getting used to that. But yeah, half of it is to do with Superman, and the rest is for just some other projects either releasing at the end of the year or just starting production later this year, roughly. Let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on this. If you have any different opinions or just want to give you a take, let me know. And if you enjoy the video, drop a like. Takes 2 seconds. So we're just going to go over all the Superman Legacy stuff. Get it all. Superman. We're going to go over all the Superman stuff first. Just get out of the way, just because it's the first half of this video, I guess. And, it's an exciting time for the film because it actually is getting made. It's not just, oh, we got a script done, or we're doing these castings and stuff. That can happen and then it implodes. That has happened to, other projects even on the same scale before. So James Gunn was talking to a local outlet from Norway, where they're currently filming. They're filming in Svalbard. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It's Svalbard, Svalbard. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But yeah, he talked to a local outlet about filming, the movie in the location, I guess. We have filmed the first scenes, which are when Superman flees to the Ice Fortress. I guess the Fortress of Solitude he's referring to there. We wanted a place that was beautiful and felt like being in the middle of the Arctic, so we looked at several places in the world, and of course then they landed on Svalbard in Norway. Now there are some photos here. So the first one's just James Gunn on location, obviously just to, I guess they're at like a ski lodge almost, or maybe they're staying at a ski lodge because that'd be like the resort in that sort of location. I don't know, maybe that's just what the city looks like. It just looks like a big ski lodge. I'm not too sure, a ski resort, but I think this is just like, I guess, the production office while they're there. But yeah, he's there. I did see people wondering, is he freezing? But he might be wearing thermals. Maybe he's wearing like complete thermals and gloves, and then that's just how he likes to dress on set. He doesn't want to be wearing a big puffer, so he's just wearing one, maybe 2 layers of thermals. I don't know. Or maybe he just took everything off for this quick photo. I don't know how cold it would be there, but with all the snow, you think it'd be somewhat cold. I don't know. Maybe he's just good in the cold. I don't know. And the second photo here is just like general production stuff. Obviously you can see the big fan. So obviously they're going to be making it that Superman's, I guess, like his cape is flowing in the Arctic breeze, if you want to put it. People are wondering, oh, we're going to get a photo of Superman here. I think if you get the first photo, it's probably going to be from something like this, if they can get a good photo. But yeah, I'd be surprised if anything came out. I think by the sounds of it, there was another thing. It might have been from the same article where Gunn was talking about that like people in the city that they're filming it have been curious. Oh, they're filming a Superman movie here and everything like that, but they haven't been able to get anywhere around to get a photo and stuff. But he says that like he knows there's going to be like photographers and paparazzi when they start filming in like Ohio, which is on April 1st, which is another part I was going to include, but I may as well say here, Superman's going to be beginning filming in Ohio. They didn't specify Cleveland or Cincinnati because I think there's rumors that they're going to film in both, or it might even be confirmed they're going to film in both of those cities. But they're not going to Ohio, and filming anywhere there until April the 1st. So just under a month away. But he expects there to be paparazzi there, so I think you get an official look at this Superman suit before April 1st, might even be on March 31st if nothing happens from the filming here. So that's probably the date to expect an official look, like full look of David Corenswet in the suit, because as you normally see, they'd rather give you a studio photo, a nice looking photo, rather than something filmed on a potato from 200 yards away. So expect that. But it is cool they're doing the location shooting here, like obviously in modern day, especially the superhero stuff. a lot of things would just film this on like a green screen and just put some white powder on the floor, hopefully not asbestos, and then go with the flow there. But filming on location just makes it feel more real, so it's good to see that that's happening. And the last thing really to do specifically with Superman Legacy is this news came out before, like a few days ago, but I missed it. I think I did made a video the day before the news came out, and this was the casting of Perry White, and this is Wendell Pierce. So he's been cast. He was in a movie I saw recently, or maybe I just watched recently. I don't know if it came out recently. I know he's from The Wire, but that was when he was younger. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, he's been cast as Perry White, obviously the editor-in-chief at the Daily Planet. Now, this is interesting because there was a rumor about Liev Schreiber, which I think I talked about in that video before. And the Liev Schreiber thing, I think I might have even mentioned in that video. It felt weird because all the rumors and even the general casting information said that they wanted an African-American actor to play, or at least a black actor to play, because it could have been English, a black actor to play Perry White. So that felt very weird that Liev Schreiber was all of a sudden this person that was chucked up as a rumored casting or something. So Wendell Pierce fits in with that original casting information that came out, gosh, like months and months and months ago, that they were looking for a black Perry White. So that fits it. He's a good actor. Looking forward to seeing it. I'm assuming there's going to be a decent amount of Daily Planet action in this movie. Even just the fact that Jimmy Olsen's, I guess, is in the movie as well. So I'm excited to see what they do there, because Daily Planet, like, especially in years gone, especially obviously in like the DCEU, was like this like little thing when it should have been bigger. But then again, Superman didn't get a ridiculous amount of focus as well in the DCU, so maybe that's that's the reasoning there as well. Now, one big thing that was sort of said today, and we don't necessarily know exactly what it means, is that someone asked about like Comic-Con this year, and James Gunn said that he's going to be skipping. We didn't say he was going to be skipping. He just said like during Comic-Con of this year, he'll be shooting. So Superman Legacy is still going to be shooting at that stage. Which is, I guess it fits in. It's like, what, about 4 months away, and I assume there might be some little breaks here and there because there's going to be such a big production where they're going to different countries. So it might take, them into like August and God forbid September. But he says like he'll be shooting. Now, this doesn't mean that DC's skipping Comic-Con. They could easily do it and just have Peter Safran there, or something like it's another thing going on. They have a moderator that just does it all. But then again, like a lot of people think this might mean DC Fandom's coming back, and that it might happen later in the year, maybe like around October or something like that. And it's hard to tell if that's the case. I think Fandom was a good thing for COVID, but for now, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you can just go back to doing like a fully online thing. If they do Fandom in person, that's a great idea. But you also don't want to do it in like only like 1,000 people turn up. Even though like I think way more than 1,000 would turn up, because even people that maybe aren't even like ridiculously invested in DC would still go. But they could start making it almost like Star Wars Celebration and stuff like that, doing a DC Fandom, even if there isn't really a ridiculous stuff to announce. It's just like a very DC focused like event. But then again, that costs money, and Warner Brothers might be like, oh, we don't want to do that. There might be risk involved. I'm not too sure. But if he doesn't go to Comic-Con, there is no DC stuff at Comic-Con this year. I'd be somewhat surprised, just because we know the Penguin's coming out later this year. There is Creature Commandos, which are all like, they're probably doing the Hall H stuff. And even just like, various announcements as well. And even just showing some stuff from this new Superman movie. So, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if this is true and they're not going to go, but I think it'll still happen. It's just that like James Gunn might not be ridiculously involved in the planning of it. And it might be just, revealing some stuff that they might have been revealing in the news and just hold off, or try and hold it off until Comic-Con. But speaking of later this year, Peacemaker Season 2 and Waller are both reportedly expected to be in filming this year. That's coming from Daniel RPK. This isn't too surprising because a couple of the Peacemaker cast, I think John Cena said it, obviously Danielle Brooks said it, and I think even James Gunn alluded to it as well, depending on how his Superman stuff goes, that this will be the case. And Waller's the weird one because there was that news that it was like pretty much done writing, but it's sort of gone quiet on the Western Front, if you want to put it, with Waller. But that's because if it's done, then and they've got their cast as well. Like, they pretty much got their cast. They have Amanda Waller. They know that Adebayo or Danielle Brooks' character is going to be in it. So they've got their things there, so there's not going to be a ridiculous amount of casting information coming out. I think it's just more about like organizing the production and maybe around Viola Davis's schedule, because I'm not too sure what else she's doing filming wise. So that's probably the big thing there. But yeah, the biggest surprise here would have been if Supergirl was going to start filming this year. That's probably the one that people are waiting on. Even Lanterns as well. Lanterns is probably another one, because those are the other two rumored things that could enter production by the end of the year. So Peacemaker and Waller, I think most people think is going to start filming by the end of the year, or at least by January or February of next year. But it's Supergirl and Lanterns, which are the two, they're the they're bigger than these two projects here. So they're the two that people are like, okay, well, when do they start filming? So that's a wait and see, I guess. And the final thing to go over is the thing coming out this year, coming out, you know, in the fall of this year. We don't know specifically when. Could be October, could be November, who knows? But that is Creature Commandos. So Alan Tudyk, who is on Creature Commandos, he's playing Dr. Phosphorus. He was at a convention, I think it was, and he said this: "I'm doing Creature Commandos, which James Gunn wrote. It's going to be the first thing that DC does with him at the helm. Well, in this new universe, obviously he's already done 2 things, and it's animated. And I am Dr. Phosphorus." Thank you. I wasn't about to say fluorescent, and he's so cool. So Creature Commandos is a very interesting project in regards to not only what it's going to be, because it's, you know, it's been alluded that it's going to be this R-rated, you know, I'd assume like 20 to 30 minute animated show. Did he say how many episodes it was? I think it's like 8 to 10 episodes or something like that. But obviously these characters are going to transfer over to live action, in, you know, even if it's small or big, and the same people that do the voice acting will do the acting in live action as well. But it is the first thing in this new DCU, at least canon wise. Now, James Gunn is sort of trying to play it down in regards to its importance, but also not trying to like wipe it out completely. Like he's always said, like, yeah, Superman is where we really start, but the canon technically starts with Creature Commandos. But I think that just means that, you know, Creature Commandos is canon, but it's also probably very self-contained and in a bubble, and probably doesn't set up anything ridiculous to happen in live action, or at least in any like the big main live action things like Superman or Supergirl or Batman or anything like that. So I'm interested in Creature Commandos. I'm going to watch it. I am worried about it not performing well. Just because it's like a niche of a niche, like it's an R-rated animated show in this new universe with these characters that people don't necessarily know. But then it could be one of those things that just sort of catches on. So after like episode 1 and 2 out, and then like as you normally see with like the social media thing, whether it's through Twitter or TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or I don't know, Bebo, MySpace, are they still running? I don't know. Things that go through there, people see them and go, oh, that looks cool. I'll go watch it. What's it on? Oh, it's on Max. Cool. I'll catch up and watch it. And that happens. That happened with Peacemaker. Peacemaker, the first 2 episodes did okay, but then it built up throughout the season because clips went online and stuff like that. So the same thing might happen with Creature Commandos. I'm curious about it. I'm very curious about it. But that will probably be something that we might get a trailer with, or trailer for at Comic-Con this year, hopefully. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on all the stuff we went over in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.